Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails to Azure, where in the previous episode, we were helping out at Michelin Wonderland as Mishi and Michette. We put on quite a show, Lloyd and Tio did. But now, after a little trip by Mainz for a Nielsen investigation, the only quest in our quest log that is not a taste of Crossbell is package pandemonium. So, we just delivered some drinking glasses to Der Siegel, and we got a heavy package that we have to bring to Saint freaking Ursula. So, methinks that is our next objective. Let's freaking go. Oh, so I want to see how Shizuku's doing. The bracers seem to be pretty active lately. I overheard them talking about strange monsters appearing all over the state. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. We're dealing with those cryptids just fine, though. Wish I'd heard from the bracers. Haven't heard from them in a while.
Shizuku has had a positive outlook ever since her latest surgery. That girl refuses to give up, so there's no excuse for the rest of us. We have to stay optimistic. That's right. We'll keep our hopes high and do all we can for Shizuku.
Yes, we will, Ada. Yes, we will. Let's see if, Kirch told me to come back tomorrow.
Are you looking for Arios? He went back to the city yesterday night. Shizuku could still use his support, but we all understand how busy his bracer work keeps him.
Indeed, speaking of bracers.
Oh, hello there, SSS.
Lynn, Eolia, what brings you to St. Ursula today?
Another bracer request, perhaps?
We're taking a little breather and doing some prep work before we get back to investigating the cryptids. The plan is to check out the sandbar on Ursula Road where you exterminated that one from yesterday. We're hoping to find some sort of link between the cryptids and that pleroma grass your report mentioned.
Oh, and Arios is back to work, just so you know. He'll be handling the last cryptid that was assigned to the guild.
All by himself, huh? Anything we can do to lend a hand?
Oh, I think we have it under control. Although, I could use some hugs and kisses from Tio to perk me up in case we run into any more trouble.
You will survive.
So cruel.
I'd be more concerned for her if she didn't act this way.
In other words, there's nothing to worry about. We can take care of ourselves. You guys just keep doing what you're doing on your end.
Got it. Good luck, you two. And stay safe out there.
Alright. About that pleroma grass, by the way. The report you submitted said that it was also the key ingredient in Gnosis. The orchestrator of the cult incident, Joachim Gwenter, manufactured a large quantity of the drug before its demise. But that raises the question, where had he harvested enough pleroma grass to do so?
We're heading to the sandbar on Ursula Road to look into the connection between that blue grass and the cryptid you reported. Don't worry though, we can take care of ourselves. You six just keep on doing your own thing. We will do our best.
Looks like I still have a bit of time before today's lecture. Michaud isn't here yet, so I may as well sneak in a little studying while I eat my breakfast.
Speaking of the bracers, I just remembered, we saw Scott and Wenzel at one of the border gates, so I guess they're all accounted for. That's good. Let's go snooping on the male doctors, shall we? Anybody in here? Oh, janitor man. You know, I never understood why we have this container full of dolls for warding off evil spirits. How the heck did it even get here? I just noticed his name was Dyson, by the way. The janitor's name is Dyson. Well then. Let's go snooping on the ladies. Whoa.
According to Mr. Clark, it's gonna rain all day starting tomorrow. He said that you can now find weather forecasts right on the Orbital network. My gosh, the world is advancing more and more by the second now. Pretty amazing, don't you think?
Now, I do believe nobody's here, but we should go find Cecile in the hospital. We should be able to have some good talkies with her. Meifa!
I heard Cerrone being chewed out by the nurse administrator earlier. That girl can never keep her nose clean. A bit of scolding now and then might do her some good. I'll go and stick up for her, of course. Want to see a good chance to cut in.
Oh. Now wash those sheets one more time, Meifa. Siro never does it right. Oh, Cecile.
It feels as though the odds of Shizuku recovering her eyesight are as low as ever. But if the patient hasn't given up, then neither can I. On the Cecile name, I promise not to rest until I find a successful treatment for that girl.
Yes. Here, here. Now then. I suppose I have no reason to go snooping around in your neck of the woods. Instead, let's work our way down from 304.
Hi, Cecile.
Good morning, SSS.
Well, hello there, Lloyd. What brings all of you here? Did you want to pay Shizuku a visit?
Yes, we did.
We're not interrupting though, are we? Oh no, not at all. I just came to tell her that Michael sent her a letter from Lehman State. I was going to ask if she wanted me to read it. Did you say Michael? Isn't that the boy Dr. Cecile operated on?
Yes, he was also staying on this floor, so the two of us became good friends. We promised to exchange letters with one another when we left the hospital.
From regular pals to pen pals, eh?
It's not uncommon for St. Ursula to receive letters from former patients like this. Sadly, it isn't easy finding the time to respond, what with the sheer volume of our workloads. Still, it's nice to hear from them, knowing that someone I cared for is leading a happy, healthy life never fails to give me a boost of energy.
That sounds like you, Cecile. I bet you put a lot of love and care into every reply you make.
Perhaps I should begin writing letters to Martha as well.
I'm sure she'd like that. She was so happy after seeing you for the first time in years. It's never too late. You're always welcome to give it a shot.
I will consider it once our work slows down.
Now then, I'll just go ahead and read this for you. Ahem. Dear Shizuku, how you been? I'm doing well myself. I've been praying to the goddess every single night for her to help you see again. He hasn't changed one bit.
Uh-huh. It's so good to hear from Michael again.
Oh, he included a photo too. It's of him and his parents. They seem so happy.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, that's the attitude, Shizuku. That's the attitude. Aww, I love that. I love that a lot. Got me a little sniffly. That was so cute. Alrighty, that should be bonding with our girl Cecile. Linen room. Nothing here. But 302, nothing here either. And 301 will also be empty. Now that Michael, he's in a better place now. At home. He's at home with his parents. He's fine. He's fine. He's actually in a better place. That's right. Your recovery has been progressing well. I'm sure you'll be discharged before too long.
Is that right? Well, that's just delightful to hear. I have to hand it to you, Dr. Litton. You really know your stuff. I'm glad you were the one assigned to me.
Really? I don't know what to say. Dr. Litton, huh? I like the sound of that.
I admit, being under the care of so young a doctor had me concerned. But as it turns out, this Litton fella really knows his stuff.
Oh, that's so great for him. I feel like he started off a little... Well, at least he was made to feel a little diminutive due to, Joachim Gwenter's handling of him, so to say. I'm proud of him.
A friend of mine came to visit me the other day. Hospitalized over a thrown out back. What an embarrassment! And here I was hoping no one I know would find out. It must have been my mother who leaked word of it. How cruel could she possibly be?
What do you mean? What do you mean embarrassment? Come on.
I heard Dr. Cecile's going back to the drawing board to come up with a procedure to restore Shizuku's eyesight. Thank goodness. She seemed so down about what happened that I was starting to avoid her. I'm glad she's already shifting back into focus. Not that I'm surprised. Dr. Cecile's got nerves of steel. She could stay calm and rational through any crisis.
She's a keeper. Oh, drama? Oh, honestly, Cerrone, how How many times must you make the same mistake before you learn?
But Martha, I told you this one isn't my fault. I know I did it right. If there's any mistake here, it's on their end. It just has to be. I swear.
Do you really expect me to buy that? I'm hardly in the wrong for not believing you after the countless mistakes you've made in the past.
I told you, Martha, there must have been some kind of mistake on their end. Oh, why won't you believe me?
You know, something about a boy and a wolf that he's calling for, you know? When the surgical department was established, some found the practice invasive, inhuman even. But these days, I feel people have reached a deeper understanding of what benefits the surgical side of medicine can offer. The field has had a lot of great pioneers who've demonstrated its merits. They deserve our gratitude and much more.
Well, that's an interesting take on it.
I've been keeping myself busy during my stay here by reading this year's back issues of the Crossbell Times. The assassination attempt on former Mayor McDowell, the anniversary festival, the cult incident. It boggles the mind to know we've experienced all of that in a span of just a few months. Yeah.
I've been fretting over leaving my husband alone with the kids at home. He never has been the best caretaker. He tells me he's taken up cooking, though. That can only be a good thing. I hope.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of home you come home to, if any. Might not be standing, frankly, ma'am. I have an appointment scheduled for this morning. And guess what? I was able to schedule it right on the Orbital network. Now that's what I call convenience.
That's crazy. Anybody here? Oh, is that Polly look-alike?
I rode the bus here all by myself today. Pretty grown up of me, huh?
Polly wouldn't be here, though. I hurt my hip doing housework. I hate getting older. You kids should watch out. You'll be having a midlife crisis before you know it.
Indeed. I've been starting to stand while doing these recordings to, not sit too much during the day. I sit at work, I come home, I sit and play Trails. It's not good for you. So we're standing. We're mobile. I could be here. I could be here. You don't know.
Shizuku's bravery is always so inspirational to the nursing staff. We owe it to her to keep the faith and give her our full support.
Now, the reception is where we take this package, but might as well, while we're on the talking timestamp, finish up some talkies.
Leighton has been making far more rounds around the hospital than he used to.
I'll show him. Does he think he's going to be the next rising star of St. Ursula? Not on my watch, Buster.
A bit of friendly competition.
The human body has the innate ability to repair injuries and cure illnesses all on its own. Most remedies developed and prescribed in the field of internal medicine are designed to accelerate those self-healing capabilities. That same philosophical basis is also employed by the church, and so too do we physicians ascribe to it.
Indeed.
Truth, brother. I've recently gotten the sense that something is troubling my son Kian's. This hospital keeps me busy enough, and now my private life is just as stressful. If I'm not careful, I'll end up giving myself a stomach ulcer, then I'll be forced to have Lago treat me. Oh, good goddess, my private life is somehow just as mentally draining as working in a hospital. If I'm not careful, I'll end up giving myself a stomach ulcer.
Indeed, your son is in a gang. He's in a criminal organization, good sir.
Then again, I feel like they just run a bar, really. They just run a bar. It's fine.
Oh, I've got it. By using the same principles as a photoquartz, it may be possible to send optical feedback to the brain as an artificial vision aid. Click, clack, click. No, that won't work. I should have figured. It would take a lifetime to develop this. Rats, maybe I'm just not cut out for this after all. No, I can't give up now. I have to keep fighting, for Shizuku's sake.
Chief Ursula has been running herself ragged with her research ever since Shizuku's surgery. Apparently, she's looking into the possibility of employing the use of orbments to correct Shizuku's eyesight. Amazing, isn't she? I don't know if it'll work, but the chief really knows how to think outside the box. That she does. Just keep her awake, will ya? We've been taking more follow-up appointments via the Orbital network lately, thanks to the new legislation that's been enacted. Perhaps if Crossbell became independent, it could grease the wheel for even more helpful laws in the future. It makes me wonder how the referendum will turn out in practice if it passes. You think Clark and Clip at City Hall are the same person? Not the same person, I meant related to each other. I think maybe they're the same person. That seems a stressful job to manage though.
Welcome back to St. Ursula Hospital, Special Support Section. What can we do for you today?
About that, Sarah, there's something we need to ask you. It concerns one of your requests. Lloyd explained the situation regarding the misdelivered packages.
Oh, so that's what that package was. Our nurse admin, Martha, was racking her brain over it. She thought maybe a nurse made a mistake with the purchase order.
Oh, is that why Surone's getting grief?
A mistake, you say?
Yes, it happens. One of our, clumsier nurses has done something to that effect in the past. Multiple times, in fact.
Did she now? So does that mean the package is currently at the nurse's station?
Yes, it should be. Feel free to go to the second floor and have a look for yourself.
Well, here's open.
It really makes your heart go out to the poor nurse who was falsely accused.
Just a little. Anyway, let's head upstairs. Oh boy. Cerrone, are you ready to be vindicated?
Honestly, Cerrone, you should be old enough to know better than this. Why is it that you can't even place a simple order without making these mistakes?
No. There's gotta be some other explanation. Just ask Meifa. She even watched me put the order together. I mean, sure, it took me 20 tries before I got the numbers right, but we did it eventually.
The things Meifa has to put up with. You're lucky she's so fond of you.
Pardon us. Did something happen?
Oh, hello, SSS. Cerrone here was tasked with placing an order for medical supplies, but we've run into a problem of sorts. The package that arrived didn't have any supplies. Instead, it had some sort of worn-out doll inside. Goddess knows why. Mind you, this isn't Cerrone's first offense. Earlier this year, she botched an order of bed sheets, too.
No, come on. Why won't you believe me? I'm telling you, I know I got it right.
Lloyd, are you thinking the same thing I am?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
What are you two referring to?
Well, we might know a thing or two about what happened here. Lloyd explained the situation regarding the misdelivered packages.
A misdelivery? So the package we received was never meant for us to begin with?
That's right. We're currently in the middle of sorting it all out.
Would this happen to be the package you were expecting?
Lloyd handed over the heavy package. It appears so. These are the medical tools I placed an order for. Thank you for coming all this way to deliver them to us, SSS. I suppose I owe you an apology, Cerrone. I hope you can forgive me. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions like that.
Aw, it's all water under the bridge now. As long as you're still not mad at me. Oh, I almost forgot. I should have put it somewhere in here.
Cerrone dug around the inside of the package to look for something.
Ah, there it is. My new Kagemaru strap. Since we were already placing an order, I figured I might as well add this to the package too. Isn't he just adorable?
Cerrone, perhaps we're gonna need to have another talk after all.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you wouldn't mind, could we take the package you received by mistake? We'll make sure it gets to the right person.
Why, of course. Give me just a moment. Ah, there it is. Be careful with it now. Small trunk.
Thanks. We'll take care of it from here. Let's see. According to the shipping label that Aaron gave us, this package was meant for a private address in the residential district.
Now all we have to do is deliver it, and the request will be complete.
The residential district? It must be one of the homes near Speaker McDowell's then. Do you recognize this address, Ellie? Let me take a closer look. I think I do, but this address...
If I'm not mistaken, it's the empty house to the right of Representative Campbell's.
Wait, isn't that the house people kept saying was haunted 10 years back?
Yes, that's the one.
Well, then what's going on? Is it possible someone moved in recently?
I couldn't really say for sure.
Well, only way to find out is to head there ourselves. Let's go deliver this package.
The plot thickens. Thank you for going out of your way to deliver us our package. I'd love to catch up, but Sarona and I need to have a little chat. Another time, perhaps.
Look at this Kagemaru strap I ordered. Best purchase of my life.
A fellow Kagemaru enthusiast, your taste is impeccable.
See? You get it. Isn't he just so cute?
Hey, Sarone! Have you heard even a single word I've said? Aw. Sarone will be Sarone. And we are just about done at St. Ursula Hospital. Now, I am super curious about this package right here. So we're gonna get back in that car. Gonna ride it back to town. We're gonna figure this out. Alright, here we go. The haunted house. Long has it been teased. What does this property hold, I wonder?
This is definitely the address.
You're right, but...
The place doesn't exactly feel lived in, know what I mean? Did someone mess up?
Maybe the sender wrote down the wrong address. It's possible.
Even if they did, the delivery slip doesn't actually list a recipient, only a destination. Either way, you aren't going to find out anything for sure unless we ask. What's wrong, Tio?
Ah, nothing.
Hold on, look. It's open?
It was a little ajar, so I thought it might be.
Well, we may as well show ourselves in and see if someone really did order this. Yeah, I guess so. Huh?
Okay, this is big. What's in here?
Excuse us. Is anyone home?
What'd I tell you? No one lives here.
But this is definitely the address listed on the delivery slip. The front entrance wasn't locked either.
Oh?
Who are you?
Oh?
Huh? A girl?
Oh, excuse us, little girl. Are you the only one home? We're here to deliver a package and...
Oh, you mean she's finally here? Don't you stand there. Come in.
The kid was so excited, she didn't even let you finish. Looks to me like we found your recipient. She's clearly expecting a delivery after all. That's odd, though. If there really was a little girl living here, I'm sure I'd have heard of it.
Don't know what to tell you. You met the squirt 10 seconds ago, same as the rest of us did. So what the hell's going on here?
I wish I had a good answer for that. But for now, let's follow her in and see where that leads. Maybe she could give us a better idea of what the story with this place is. Well, here's the package you ordered, I think.
Lloyd handed the small trunk over to the little girl.
Yay! She's finally come home. Oopsie daisy.
That's one raggedy doll. I think it's one of those famous antiques. You know, from the Rosenberg studio.
I don't think so. It doesn't look very expensive to me.
So this doll, did it used to be one of yours, maybe?
She's not an it.
She's my beloved little sister. Isn't she just adorable?
Is she now? Well, thank goodness we were able to reunite the two of you then.
Thank you, everyone. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna take her back to our bedroom.
Am I the only one who feels completely lost about this? It doesn't seem like anyone else is home either. No parents or anything. Huh? What's wrong, Tio?
Nothing. It was only my imagination, I think.
Oh boy.
Hey! Who's in there?
Someone's at the front door now? Another guest, perhaps. Her parents don't seem to be home, so maybe we should answer for her. Yeah, good call. Oh, Imelda? Imelda?
Well, if it isn't the SSS, then what are you doing in a place like this?
Well, we came on police business. What brings you all the way out here from your antique shop?
Police business? What the devil for? This house has been completely abandoned for over a decade. As for what I'm doing here, I've been using this building as a warehouse for my merchandise for some time now. What's the matter? You look as if you just saw a ghost.
Alright, what's the big idea here? Even if Imelda's telling the truth about using this place for storage space, how do you explain the creepy little girl we just handed that doll to? Good question.
We could always ask her ourselves. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this.
Right. There has to be. I'm pretty sure she went into that back door just past the living room.
What? Are your ears screwed on right? I just told you no one lives here.
What? Where'd that little girl go? Think she's hiding somewhere? Lloyd! Look at those! A pair of twin dolls. Huh? Ah, that's scary! Dolls? I recognize the one we just delivered, but... The other one... It looks just like the girl we spoke to.
I think the lot of you owe me an explanation here, wouldn't you say? Now spill it. Or would you rather arrest yourselves for trespassing?
I don't think that's how it works, but I'll try to explain. Lloyd told Imelda that they came to deliver a package, and that the little girl they met was the spitting image of one of the dolls.
Yeah, I see. Turns out what he said had a grain of truth in it after all.
What are you talking about?
I purchased one of those two dolls while traveling abroad many years back. They were said to have been crafted to resemble the daughters of a noble family from long ago. They were a set of twins, so two dolls were made. Unfortunately, I was only able to get my hands on one of them. There's nothing wrong with the doll per se, but strangely, I can never convince anyone to even consider buying it.
What does that last part have to do with anything?
For a detective, you're astonishingly dim. The point is, you were made to deliver a second doll, whereupon you came across a mysterious girl who resembles the first. What I'm saying is, perhaps that doll came to life and summoned her twin to her. No?
That's ridiculous!
A certain man has always insisted to me that every doll has its own destiny. Yeah. Perhaps the old fogey was onto something this whole time.
Every doll has its own destiny. I do remember Meister Jorg saying something along those lines. Are you telling us that the girl we spoke to was the ghost of this doll? I refuse to believe it.
The veracity of that claim aside, there is a substantial concentration of spiritual energy in this building. I can sense the presence of the 3 higher elements too, the way I could at the Moon Temple and Stargazer's Tower. In other words, what we witnessed may have been a spiritual phenomenon of sorts.
Spiritual phenomenon? That would explain the hair standing up on the back of my neck. Man, this would have been a hell of a lot easier if we were all just hallucinating. And if Teotot says there's something to it, I'm not gonna tell her otherwise.
You're kidding, right? I don't want to believe any of this. Yeah. My, but it's fun to watch you all shiver and tremble yourself, silly. At the end of the day, whether or not you put any stock into the blatherings of that reclusive doll fanatic is up to you. But one thing is for certain.
And that is...
Now that those sisters are reunited, they can finally find a proper home. By which I mean a prospective buyer. And that's good news for my bottom line. Yeah.
It's always about the money, huh, old bag? Anyway, that wraps up this request, I think. Let's go back and report to that Kapua delivery service employee.
Right. The sooner we leave this house of horrors, the better.
That was fun. Oh, I'm glad that house, teased for so long, turned out to have something, actually supernatural? I mean, we live in a world of demons and ghouls, like, it's not that surprising, but, well executed. Very fun. Hey, looks like you managed to get all the packages where they needed to go. You guys are lifesavers. Thanks, Special Support Section. It was no problem. So, not that it's any of my business, but, is she okay? Her face is kind of pale.
It couldn't have been. We didn't talk to it, did we?
I guess she's still a little bit haunted by the experience. I don't blame her. Give her some time and she'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it too much. If you say so. Anyway, I'd best get going now. If I ever need help in Crossbell again, I'll let you know. Call us anytime.
We'll be happy to assist.
Package pandemonium! Fun. Thank you for everything. You guys are real lifesavers. Anyhow, I should report back to the boss. Report back to the president that everything worked out alright. Ah, yes. Boss man up top. This big old cannon. Now then, with that all said and done, that should put a nice cap on our support requests, except for a taste for Crossbell, which has been inexplicably delayed until tomorrow. Let's report in. Package pandemonium. Get some cash in my pockets. And inside scoop the terrorist attack with the extra DP. Got some more cash in my pockets. And that's it. Checking it out. Chapter 3 is looking super good. All that really remains now is the doll studio investigation. Just had some fun doll moments of our own. But with the time we have left, I know, I have it on good authority, that if we head to the administrative district and find Kia in the library, we can have a little scene with her, and I would like to do that. So, also there's Auntie. Our hunch was correct. Yo!
Oh, hey guys.
Getting some reading done, Kia?
Sure am. I'm looking for something to cheer Shizuku up with on my next visit. I'm still deciding what book to bring though. This one's pretty interesting so far.
So far? But wait, that's from the Braille corner, isn't it? Kia, can you read Braille?
Yeah? Is that a big deal?
A big deal. Someone help me out, because I don't even know where to begin with this one. Did they teach you that in Sunday school?
Nope, I picked it up while hanging out with Shizuku. Did you know that Mark in the Witch of the Deep Forest has a Braille version too? That made it a lot easier to pick up.
I get that reading a book you're already familiar with would help, but still.
Uncanny comprehension skills are hardly out of the ordinary for our Kia.
That's... yeah, in line with what's been going on with Kia earlier.
Oops, I just remembered that I have to go shopping for dinner.
No worries, Kia. There's still time before evening. More importantly, make sure you find a good book that'll help cheer up Shizuku.
I will. Thanks, Lloyd. I'll get those ingredients after, so don't spoil your appetite, okay?
Yes, I did most of the food rounds on day one, so I'm all good. I've had so many hot pots though, but I'm sure Kia's hot pot's gonna be special in its own way.
Good morning, and welcome to the Crossbell City Library. If you're looking for a book that's currently being borrowed, we'll be happy to reserve it for you. Feel free to ask me or the director to do so.
Also, I feel like the sentence I said was pretty redundant. Special in its own way. Is that not what special is?
Wow, Kia's reading books all by herself. I gotta study up so I can do that too.
Yeah, in Braille.
Kia's been leafing through books like no tomorrow over there. I suppose it's only natural that Abby would feel a little competitive.
That's good though. That's good. Auntie, uncle, what's up? Fancy seeing you here late. Did you need something?
Oh, don't act so surprised to see me, mister. You left your lunch behind, so I brought it for you.
What? I never even noticed. Oh, thank you, dear. Sorry to make you come all the way over here.
Miles does forget his lunchbox from time to time.
Can't believe I'd ever forget to bring a lunchbox made with this much care and love. Good thing she thought to deliver it. I don't know what I'd do without her. Yeah, she's a keeper. State independence, huh? What a proposal. If you review Crossbell's history back to the Middle Ages, you'll see this isn't the first time it's pushed for sovereignty. But of course, none of those attempts were successful enough to have a lasting impact on the present. Well, maybe this time's the charm? Otto! Only 2 more days until Golden Sun, Silver Moon's revival production debuts. Ah, I can't bear to wait any longer.
It's been almost a year since I opened this juice stall, and my sales have been pretty good, all things considered. I'm gradually earning loyal customers, and my recent strategy of selling limited-time juices has been paying off. Turns out that manufactured scarcity works. Who knew?
Indeed. Manufactured scarcity, my enemy. Yo, I will hardly support us becoming independent. Call it blind patriotism if you want, but I've made up my mind. The only question is, how do we protect ourselves from Imperial and Republican retaliation? I wish the two sides would hear us out, but I doubt it's going to be that easy. Maybe if I use my tonfas.
I don't get why our neighbors are so mean to us. What did Crossbell do to them? And how come people keep telling me I'll understand when I'm older?
World's not fair. World's not fair. I'm working to make it more fair, one tonfa strike at a time.
Welcome to the Crossbell Civic Center. If there are any events you would like to host here, fill out this application form and we'll see what we can do.
We could hold a big party for Clip and his brother Clark. Even General Affairs 2nd Division has begun to transition to orbital mail usage. The problem is, mastering something new at my age is a bit of a challenge. And learning to handle those infernal keyboards will be the highest hurdle of them all. Oh, I believe, Clippy. You got this.
Boom, 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 bing. Let's talk to France.
I heard about those cryptid monsters that have been cropping up outside of the city. The briefing we received said that they vanished after being defeated. Kinda spooky if you ask me. Yeah, pretty spooky. Fran!
Those blue plants and the cryptids. Something about them gives me the creeps. We need to do whatever we can to get to the bottom of it all. Be careful out there, everyone.
Don't worry, we will.
Thanks for the support, Fran. We'll be counting on you. Pleroma grass is the Gnosis ingredient mentioned in the cult's data, correct? What could possibly be causing it to suddenly start blooming all over Crossbell?
Well, we have some more fragments now.
I see you brought me a data fragment.
There you go. Take it. Page 4, decrypted. Information Terminal 1 on our order fully decrypted.
All data on Information Terminal 01 has been successfully analyzed. Would you like to go over it now?
Yes, please. All right, it's finally time. On our order. My name is Joachim Gwenter, High Priest of DEG. 6 years ago, our order was on the brink of extinction due to the efforts of the authorities and Bracer Guilds. I alone escaped danger and took refuge in this land of origin. It was the guidance of the great D that helped me survive, so I could realize the ambitions of our order. Since the time will surely come, I will record data in each of these terminals, on which they shall base the New Testaments. To discuss the origins of our order, I will first have to turn to the abominable history of the Zemurian continent. The Great Collapse, approximately 1200 years ago, marked the end of an advanced civilization, and with it, the established order, giving rise to the bloodshed and poverty of the Dark Ages. In their fatigue, the people committed a grave sin. They led themselves to be deluded by the flattery of pompous fools and accepted their invented, self-centered cult with open arms. The foolish Septian Church and their symbol, that goddess of the sky. The Dark Ages met its demise, and this faith spread throughout the continent. Let us consider, if said goddess truly existed, can we not assume that she would bestow equal salvation upon all of us? However, disparity yet exists, and people continue to perish in disasters and misfortunes. Does that mean said goddess discriminates upon whom she shall bestow salvation? This thought alone is too ludicrous for words. In the end, she is merely an idol invented by the Septian Church to amass power. A goddess as such simply does not exist. Having reached that conclusion, our predecessors embarked on a long journey to find a true god. Their efforts were not in vain, for at the dawn of the Middle Ages, in the depths of this land, they found the possessor of great power in an eternal slumber. She was known as D.
This data appears to be an entry about the cult itself. So it's true that their creed really did center around rejecting Adios.
Right. That fits with what Joachim Gwenter told us at the Sun Forts. What about this D? Do we still not know what it stands for?
It would appear to symbolize what they believe to be the true god over Adios. It is also known that the G in the DG cult's name denotes what they refer to as true wisdom, Gnosis.
Well, that puts to bed the question of what D therefore G actually means.
If I remember correctly, Joachim said that Kia would become the true god. Wouldn't that imply that D is another word for Kia? Does that make sense?
Just how much did that bastard Joachim know?
There's still so many unanswered questions.
Right. Unfortunately, there were also a lot of things that Joachim chose not to tell Ernest either. I can't help but wonder just how well we'd understand the particulars of the cult, and we managed to capture him alive.
Regardless, I think we'll be able to learn quite a bit if we continue analyzing these information terminals. If you find any other quartz fragments, come back and bring them to me. You're also welcome to review the data we already encrypted whenever you like.
Right. Thanks for all your help, Rebecca. Spicy, spicy, spicy. So, about the Divine Child, this one's still, yeah, it's basically unreadable. We'll get there. We'll get there. Fun, fun, fun. Now then. Emma, was it?
Phew, that hits the spot.
What's Detective Emma got there? Some sort of energy drink?
I believe so. Perhaps she needs it to get through the day.
I know that label. That's Sporiton X. Wasn't expecting a fuddy-duddy like you to go for something with so much oomph to it.
Wazy, watch what you say.
I'm only drinking this because I pulled an all-nighter. And so what if I am anyway? Is it really so strange for me to utilize an effective source of bodily fuel? Answer me, Lloyd Bannings!
Me? I didn't say anything.
That's what I thought. Regardless, what do you think you're doing loitering around here? Shouldn't you be off taking care of support requests, or whatever it is you do? Right.
Someone got in trouble.
Yeah, thanks to you. Shouldn't you all be doing support requests instead of loitering around here? Get to it. Wow. Man. Wazy. You gotta read the room. I mean, I think he does excellently, but then he knows just where to poke. Hey, you guys. Thanks again for the help yesterday. Oh, and get a load of this. I had a dream about that old lady last night, and she was the one chasing me. I feel like I didn't sleep a wink.
I hope it's not contagious. She's the last person I want to see in my sleep. It would be better to forget about her. We'll never see her again. Hopefully.
Anyway, thanks again for yesterday. I really owe you one. I heard Raymond did a bang-up job yesterday, even if it was because he had your help. Still, chasing that counterfeit dealer right into a group of straggling terrorists from the conference, it's almost too crazy to believe. Yeah. Crazy days. That wraps up this part of the city. But we can go back to the spooky house. Monthly Carmania Volume 3. Deep paintwork. I want that. We've been rocking the Teomobile for a while now, but also I just want to have a look around here. Oh. Yeah. Thank you for your efforts, SSS. I should be able to find a new home for these dolls, now that you've reunited them into a marketable set.
Not to be rude, Imelda, but aren't you the slightest bit afraid of them? Selling a pair of haunted dolls is the sort of thing that can, well, curse a person.
Yeah. How would I ever stay in this business if I was afraid of a few measly ghouls? Besides, my dear girl, do you truly think these are the only potentially haunted items I'm keeping here? Perhaps I could interest you in a ring set to bring misfortune to its owners, one after another.
I think we'll pass.
Perhaps the bizarre collection of items she stores here is the reason this place is so saturated with spiritual energy.
So in other words, it's the old bag's fault? Makes sense to me.
I should be able to find a new home for these dolls. I suppose that earns you my thanks, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright. Just want to make sure they were still there. Not moving around or like looking at me or something. Crazy days. Let's customize this freaking car right here. Apply a palette. What palette? The deep paintwork. Ooh, a rich wine red that appeals to more mature sensibilities. The shiny, the pop, the guards, the cool, wild, noble. No, I kind of like the noble one. Sky's nice, little T. You know what? We're gonna be going with little E for a while. Yep, it's the Ellie Mobile now. So, checking out the map. As far as I remember, entertainment, back alley, East Street, downtown, is what we have left on the talkie front. And I think with the time that we have left, I could go for a little back alley trip first and foremost. No problemo here. Imelda, the door's locked. Who would have thought? It's Willie's the Crimson & Co.
My rival hostess invited her friends to boost her numbers. Ugh, that's totally playing dirty. Fine, if that's the way she wants it, then I got a few tricks up my sleeve too.
We're throwing a happy hour sale today. Wait until you get a load of our babes all glammed up. They're gonna knock you flat on your ass, or my name ain't Fishy. Live for the moment, guys. You never know what tomorrow will bring. So come on in and have the time of your lives.
Oh, a tempting offer, good sir. Except not, I'm a police officer. An interesting rumor came through my door today. Supposedly, some Calvardian terrorists that evaded capture were arrested in Altair. Word in the underworld is that Heyui was tracking them as well.
Hey, Yui was on that train too? I didn't notice them, but it doesn't surprise me that they were hunting those terrorists down. Yeah, they were.
Oh, I wouldn't be so tired of that geezer last night and been so clingy. I keep telling him we're not that kind of establishment even. Dirty old goat.
Well, you ever considered a change of career? Like just taking your career trajectory and just aiming it literally anywhere else. It's just a little tip from me to you though, but entertainment district. I want to see how folks are. Kyle? Doris has been working extra hard lately. She's always excelled at cleaning, but now even her customer service is stellar. Must be because of Aaron's guidance. I think we should give her some... She's matured. Some of this credit gotta go to her.
Phew, another hard day at work. Oh, excuse me. I can't forget to smile in front of our guests. Hee.
That's my smiling sounds. Okie dokie, Aaron. It's fairly common for deluxe suites to go vacant at this time of year. Now would be the perfect time to reserve one if you're interested. Back when I first started this entire channel, I thought of having face cam on these videos, like I wasn't sure if I was going to or not. I'm glad I ultimately did not, because that kind of takes attention away from the game, but you'd mostly just see me like bop my head and just like jam out the whole time. Good music.
Our online reservation system has been earning rave reviews on the Orbital network. Now, if only there were more users overall. Not many guests utilize it at the moment. Still, I expect that we'll be receiving more bookings online than by phone once the Orbital net becomes more publicly available.
Exciting times. Exciting times. Hey, Portia, you're drooling a little bit. And you're creeping me out too.
2 days. Just 2 more days until the big show. I can't wait to see what kind of chemistry Lady Ilya and Sully have. How do you think they get to know each other? I'm dying to find out. I'll just have to let my mind fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Arkansas is finally performing again in 2 days. You know what that means, right? More customers hungry for ice cream. Business will be booming again in no time.
I feel like Sophie's raking in the big bucks.
The revival performance is opening in 2 days. I couldn't get tickets for opening night, so nobody's surprised, but I'll be attending a show the following week. I'm so excited that night can't come soon enough.
Dude, following week's pretty good. I'm gonna bark like I never barked before today. Hey you, looking for a good time? Our club will make your wildest dreams come true. I know that's a lie, I'm not gonna fall for that. You think there's a secret strategy to winning at slots? I feel like some machines pay out better than others. I would... No, keep your mouth shut.
Hey there, wanna play? We'll give you the time of your life, guaranteed.
Back in town.
Welcome to Barca Casino. Well, what are you waiting for? Go play your hearts out.
Yes, ma'am.
Those spoiled brats had a lucky streak to start with yesterday, but they lost it all in the end. But they didn't lose with dignity. Instead, they cursed us out and scampered away, tails tucked between their legs. Adias must be kicking herself for allowing such men to walk the earth.
Only amateurs sulk over a losing round. It is my hope that our guests will stand by their victories as well as their defeats.
If you ask me, humans as a whole are natural thrill seekers. So with that in mind, how about a round or two? Sometimes the excitement is its own reward.
Oh, I'll show you how good of a loser I can be. I don't want to win this round. I want this to land on your age. I'm rooting for your age, so whatever age it is, I'm happy. Here we go, 29, baby, or anybody else. It's 14. We got 14. That's not my age. Maybe it's your age. We're done here. Goodbye. Please come again.
My spins keep coming up empty today. If I don't go home with at least as much mirror as when I left, that old battle axe will split me in two. Come on, you dang tokens. Get out of here. State independence is a perilous hornet's nest to poke when the balance of power in the underworld is still so volatile. I'm skeptical that anything will become of the referendum at first, but Heraboni and Calvert will surely find a way to respond. Crossbell is in a tenuous enough position as is. If we're careless, the consequences could be grave.
Agreed, Drake. Now then, all that remains is Arkansas. This would be dress rehearsal day, I think. Might not be allowed here.
Hello there, SSS. We appreciate your visiting. However, I regret to inform you that we're in the middle of a dress rehearsal for our revival production.
That makes sense. The show is only a couple of days away. Man, I'd love to sneak a peek right now. That probably wouldn't be cool of us.
Correct. We should leave before we become too much of a distraction.
Sorry to bother you, sir. Alright, well, we tried. It was an honest attempt. And that's going to conclude it for today. Tune in next time when we finish up the city, head up to the Rosenberg Doll Studio, and see what Meister Jorg has to say in his defense. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.